Here we go.
You're tuning in to Will Love Listen. Now listen.
Will, put your camera on.
Oh, I thought you didn't want camera.
I do. Look at me.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm in my pajamas.
You're what?
In my pajamas.
Okay, let me adjust the lighting in here and get it.
Will, can you be less gay? Could you possibly be? That is so gay to want perfect lighting.
Well, it's very gay of me. I know. But how are you?
I am so thrilled to be coming back to the Count Basie. I don't care if I get protested. Let them try to keep me. I'm going to talk about ICE. I'm going to talk about Minnesota. I'm going to talk about the lack of recognizable journalists that are there. I'm going to talk about the ICE raids that are happening in Jersey. And I'm going to talk about how, get ready, because they're coming for the gays next. If you do your history and read about Germany in the 30s, they're going for black and brown people now, and next are the gays. So I am fearful of a time when it may be scary to just walk down the street and be perceived as
gay.
And then have your MAGA neighbor call you into fucking ICE. And who are these fucking guys anyway? The 3%ers, the Proud Boys, all the terrorist groups that were in, and that's what I call them, the white supremacists, but they're really Nazis. Oath keepers, that's who it is. And there's process. And that would be such a catch for them to get gay people. That would be such a fucking handsome. That would be such a fucking trophy. So I want the community to hear me and say, use the buddy system, get your whistles, film them. And I'm just going to say it, for right now, we're kind of on our own. The cops are working in tandem with ICE. There's not going to be anybody to come and save us. This was all in Project 2025. And
yes, it was.
We would not have this with President Kamala Harris ever in a billion years. So MAGA people, this is what you voted for and this is what you got. And it is disgusting. And I can't believe the narrative that they think they're actually abducting people who are child sex offenders and rapists. It's ridiculous. 70% of the people they've abducted are U.S. citizens.
Yeah, that's a scary part.
30% are asylum seekers, hardworking people that we all need and love. So get out there and do what you can. And nobody mobilizes like the gays. Organize and mobilize. You guys bow down. I bow down to the LGBTQ community because you guys know how to organize and mobilize. Get your whistles, get your food bank set up, get ready.
There's so much to discuss with you because the first time I interviewed you was in 2018, right after Trump tried to ruin your life, basically.
Yeah.
And then the second time was 2 years ago during my life on the PTSD list.
Yep. Which is now free on YouTube. The whole special, I put it up free. You don't even have to give me $10 or your data. So tell your people to watch that on YouTube. But the tour is all new material. New face, new tour.
I know. I'm so looking forward to this new tour. I want to know what topics.
Hold on. What do you think?
I think it looks amazing. I got to be honest.
He did a good job, right?
He did a good job.
65.
Did you use Kris Jenner's guy?
I couldn't afford him because he's $1 million, but I saw Kris last night, so I'll be talking about that in Red Bank too.
Oh, I can't wait.
Exactly.
So I'm wondering who would have predicted that Trump would be back? Do you have PTSD?
No one in the world. Canada wants to secede. Like Canada's trying to not be part of North America, and Mexico is now deporting Americans back from Mexico back to America because their president is more progressive than ours and a female president, and the PM in Canada is more progressive. So the whole world is fucking laughing at us, but these people don't know because they're convinced that every brown person is somehow a hardened criminal and they're coming for you. And they think gay people are groomers and they're afraid of a gay person walking in a public restroom and then they'll turn your kids gay. Like they're obsessed with gay people. Can I just say, MAGA people are obsessed with gay sex and gay people.
Well,
Obsessed.
the funniest part is how Grindr always has outages whenever there's a Republican convention. I mean,
Honey, the DL population has never been bigger. All these
yeah,
MAGA guys are on Grindr, and I'm just waiting for the pictures. I'm waiting for them all to be busted because that is the third rail for them. I mean, you can be racist, you can be sexist, you can be ageist, but you better not be gay. You better
yeah.
not be gay if you're MAGA. And so it'll come out in due time. But right now we're on our own. And I just want to give you guys in Red Bank a safe place. And this tour, the shows have been so special because I was thinking of canceling the tour because of
Why?
the
Why?
ice raids. I really was. I thought, I don't know what community is going to get hit at any given time. Maybe the audience is busy putting together food packages for people. Maybe they don't have money to come see a comedian, but come see me to get a break from what's
Yeah.
going on. And sure, I'll talk about politics a little, but then I'll give you guys the laugh that you deserve. And that's why I was on the line about should I go? I have a show in St. Paul in a few weeks. That
Wow.
situation is not going to be over by the time I
No,
get.
it's not at all. Yeah.
But those people need a laugh, and you guys need a laugh, and I want all the gays to come out and bring their hags, and I want to make you all laugh, and we can joke about heated rivalry and all the
Oh
topics.
yeah. So this is going to be so much fun. Could you give us a little bit of preview, some topics that are going to be discussed?
Well, like I said, heated rivalry. And the joke is, I keep forgetting the name of it. So I keep calling it wrong names. And then the audience has to keep yelling out heated rivalry. But I just thought that was so funny because I've actually hosted the Gay Porn Awards more than once.
I
And so
remember that. I
the fu-
remember that. Yeah.
Come on,
That was
baby, my
iconic.
proudest
Yeah.
moment. And so, me watching Heated Rivalry, I was like, please, this is child's play. This is not really gay porn. I've seen gay porn. And so,
Yeah.
I love that people are so shocked, but they're invested, and it's a really well acted. And I think it's so funny that everybody wants to fuck those two guys. Gay guys want to fuck them. I want to fuck them. My girlfriends want to fuck them. Everybody wants to fuck those guys.
Yeah. The DL population, I'm sure
Oh, by far
that
the most.
yeah. So this
So I
is
talk about that. Look, last night I went to the premiere of Paris Hilton's documentary,
how was
and
that?
I went with Sia,
Oh,
and
you're
I'll
a
tell a
bestie.
story about that. And like I said, seeing Kris Jenner, chef's kiss, it couldn't have been better timing. And I'll talk about my own new face because I make fun of myself as much as others. And you know me with my various celebrity run-ins. I'll talk about the mom fight with Ashley Tisdale. I'll talk about Brooklyn Beckham going off on his parents. We'll cover
Yeah.
all the news that we need to.
Your face looks great. And I'm glad to know that you're still vacationing with Sia.
I love her so much. And we hang out, and she's my bestie. And I was nervous before one of my shows because I did a show 2 days after Renee Good was murdered in cold blood for
I can't get over
nothing.
that.
A
Yeah.
queer woman, let's not forever forget that. And now the president is trying to say her wife's a fucking terrorist, which is so awful. And I texted Sia and I said, I'm on stage in 10 minutes. I've never been this nervous. I don't know what the audience is going to be in the mood for because
Yeah.
this woman was, hey, she had her fucking face shot off. And Sia was texting me, you're unstoppable. You
Oh,
can
I
do.
love that.
And so I might even read the text she
Impeccable.
sent me because she sent me like 10 texts that were so Sia, like they sounded like her songs. And so she got me through, and I went, and the audience was great. And so she was there when I needed her. And I have 4 dogs, and I bring one dog to each show that I do. So we'll
Oh,
see
I
which
love
one
that.
gets picked for Red Bank.
What type of breeds do you have? Because I'm a dog lover. I have a Yorkie.
Oh my God, they're all from the pound. I have no idea. Those lesbian dog rescues lied through their fucking
Oh,
teeth.
they do.
They
Yeah.
lied about what breed. They said they were all potty trained. None of them are potty trained, but I love them. I love them. They're my heart and soul. And I can't do the shows without them anymore. They're all service dogs, and they're just, walking off stage and having one of them wait for me all excited, it really does make a difference.
Yeah, it changes the whole mood and the whole
It
dynamic.
does. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is going to be a great show. And I'm glad you didn't cancel the tour because if I were you, I would probably have a little PTSD given all the shit you went through
Yeah.
during Trump's first term and now he's back.
But I
And
can speak to it in a way
yeah,
that no other comic can. And I'm also a big mouthed town crier because I'm putting all my celebrity friends on blast
which
saying,
everyone
stop
loved.
being silent about this. You guys have a bigger microphone than I do. I've got a little YouTube show and a special and a tour, but you guys are big stars and you can't be silent about this. There is a state that is under federal occupation
Which
from
is
an
so crazy.
agency that was founded in 2003, could be abolished, founded by W, of course.
Of
But
course.
anyway, it was this little agency that we didn't pay too much attention to. And now they're just taking people off the streets, whether they're citizens or not, and telling everyone on Fox News that they're hardened criminals.
It's insane. And I'm sure you saw the videos with Congress. So there's no money for the American people.
No.
Health insurance is going
But
up.
they're going to give these ICE guys 200K a year, plus
Yeah,
a bonus for every brown person that they send to Texas.
yeah.
It's
It's
disgusting.
ridiculous. And there's no qualifications for these jobs.
No
So
due process. No due
literally,
process. And like I said, if you're gay and they can just see, like
hell,
you
yeah.
are, if you present gay, you are vulnerable. And I am not kidding. So come up with a plan in Red Bank, in whatever your town is in Jersey, because ICE is in Jersey. They are not as concentrated as Minneapolis, but I live in California. They're all over the fucking state. We've all got our cameras out. There's protests in downtown LA every single night.
I'm glad. I'm glad at least
We all
people.
have to get out in the streets, every single one of us, even if you're not politically engaged or you feel like, well, I can't keep it straight with politics. This is a good single issue to just get out in the streets, make a funny sign. The sign doesn't even have to be serious. Make it my sign says,
What?
don't make me get the head out again. You
I
got to
like
bring a
that.
little humor. Bring a
Yeah.
little humor.
Yeah, you do. It's so funny because just this week here in Jersey, there were all these videos that leaked that there's this facility that ICE is thinking about using,
Yeah,
and it's in northwestern New Jersey, and the mayor and everyone said no. The
good,
state said no, but
good.
federal trumps state, and it still might happen. And it's
Yeah.
it's a big controversy. It's
Well,
very scary.
he's going for the states that have Democrats in high positions. So, he's less likely to do it in like Oklahoma or something.
Of course,
But
yeah.
I don't know what state's going to be next, but it could be you guys, and I'm not being hyperbolic. So, like, seriously, we all have to get ready and prepare. And, I don't mean to sound hyperbolic, and I'm panicking, but these videos are coming out. I'm personally helping a lot of independent journalists because if I see that somebody is willing to be boots on the ground and get video like the famous photo yesterday of a photojournalist being tackled by ICE, throwing his camera to another photojournalist who then got the shot of the journalist being tackled, I think that picture could win a Pulitzer Prize.
It
But
should.
thank God for the people that just, like Don Lemon, a recognizable person who just, with his own money, got on a plane, went to Minneapolis for one day, and then the story became global because he actually was able to say to them, no, they're not taking child sex offenders and carjackers and criminals. They're just taking brown people.
Yeah,
Indiscriminate.
exactly. Yeah, and then you have outlets like piece of shit Newsmax that's trying to make it seem
Oh,
like what Lemon did was such a bad thing and it was conspired and all that. Oh, look, and yeah,
he's
big deal.
being investigated by the
Yeah,
DOJ like I
like
was.
you were. Yeah,
Yes, I know the drill. I've been
and
texting with him.
I don't think people realized with the whole ICE situation. People could be ignorant and selfish. They thought they were just going to target immigrants, so they thought it was no big deal. Now they see that it's being used against
And
anybody.
protesters.
Yeah.
Anybody. They have a quota. Look, they have a job where they get a bonus for just having a body in the back of a fucking rented SUV. And so keep that in mind. They are very incentivized to just get anybody. They pulled that autistic woman out of the window of her car. I'm 65. I'd be dead. I would have broken a fucking hip just being pulled out of a window. They didn't even pull her out the door. And then Renee Good, I think of her last words, I ain't mad at you. Those were her last words, and they shot her face off. So I'm gonna acknowledge it, but then I promise, I just want to be clear, I am going to get to the jokes. I am going to bring the funny, but it's a feeling of we have to acknowledge it, but
Of
this is a
course.
place where you
Yeah.
can come and blow off some steam and have a feeling of looking to the right and to the left and knowing it's my shows are, let's be honest, they're pretty like-minded people. I'm not a
They are.
comedian
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah. And
appeals
they're
to the
pretty
conservative
therapeutic.
base.
And they're pretty therapeutic. And like
Yeah,
even your political jokes, they're very witty and they're funny.
good.
It's not like,
I'm trying
yeah.
to bring the humor because that's a really effective way of communicating. And by the way, thank God for Bruce Springsteen in New
Oh,
Jersey
yeah. I love
saying
that. Yeah.
Minneapolis or ICE get the fuck out of Minnesota. Like, good for him. That's a leader. That makes him a great.
Yeah. I've noticed this go round this term, so many celebrities and people in the media are afraid to really say and do anything.
Hello, it drives me crazy. I'm calling them
Yeah.
personally.
Since you know them, like, have you had a talk with them being
Well,
like,
yesterday I did my YouTube show and I said I will squash my beef with Anderson and Andy, which is a long time beef. If
yeah,
Anderson, you go to Minnesota, your beautiful, recognizable face, and tell these people what is really happening, that ICE is just picking up anybody. And Andy Cohen, there are a lot of people of color on your channel, and I
mhm,
want you to be checking in with
oh,
them
sure,
and
sure.
see if they're being pulled over. And you guys both have a much bigger microphone than I do. And I am imploring you, beef aside, please do this. So I don't know if those guys are even more mad at me, but I felt compelled to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did though, because someone has to, because it's very easy to be silent. Like I feel like all these ICE videos, most of them are coming from local bystanders that
Yeah.
are recording it because they're nervous and they're trying to let people know what's up.
Where's
And
David Muir? Where's the famous faces that
yeah,
is going to make ICE be like, uh-oh, I'm going to be on the news looking like an asshole if I pull this autistic woman out of a broken car window?
it's ridiculous. And speaking of Anderson and Andy, I remember one of the times we chatted in the past, you were so, and understandably so, felt betrayed by them because they really left you out to dry
Oh,
during
totally.
when all shit was
They
going
did me
down with you.
dirty. Let's face it, they did me dirty. It's documented and it hurts. It
Yeah,
hurts to this day. And so, that's why I made the video yesterday saying, I don't care about a beef. There's bigger things going on. And that's how
that's
I
big of
really
you.
feel.
Yeah, I'm glad because that's big of you. Because I wanted to know, like, and people ask this all the time, like, do you
That's
have
what it
any?
would take. People would say, what would it take for you to squash the beef? And
Yeah,
then finally something presented itself. Andy's got a radio show. I did hear that he talked about ICE on his radio show, so I want to commend him for that. And once again, Anderson is the perfect person to be boots on the ground. We all know him. We all know his face. Um, it's actually quite helpful, I think, that he's an out gay man
yeah,
because, like I said, I do feel the gay community is next, and we don't know what state is next. And he's one of the many people that should be there that are recognizable, boots on the ground, getting the real story instead of just people with their cell phones that are then getting thrown into the SUV
I
and then
know.
getting put in detention in negative 17-degree weather.
I'm just shocked that there's no class action lawsuit going on right now, that there aren't are there lawyers suing them? Because I
Yes,
don't
there's
see
lawyers
anything.
suing, and the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, is suing, and Tim Walz, the governor, is suing. But what are we suing? What kind of federal government do we have anymore?
I
So
know. Yeah.
I talk about that stuff, and I name names of people that I think should be talking about it. I think every comedian of note should be talking about this specific issue. It's happening fast, and your state is next.
I know it is. Even though we have Mike, I'm glad we have Mikey Sherrill at least, because had we had Jack, we would have been really fucked.
Absolutely. And because he's going for the states that have Democratic leadership.
Yeah, it's
Because
scary.
he's a spiteful bitch.
He is. Well, now he doesn't have to worry now. He doesn't. He's not up for re-election.
He doesn't have to worry because he's so riddled with dementia. He doesn't even know where he is half the time. So get ready for President J.D. Vance.
Which is funny because given all the shit Biden got,
Yeah.
yeah, none of this shit was
I'll
happening.
take Biden on his worst day.
Yeah,
I mean,
insane.
it's just insane. So I do have a call to action, and I will talk about this in my shows, and I will somehow segue to the funny because, like I said, all you guys are the people that come to my shows are aware of this. Nobody is at a Kathy Griffin show that doesn't know about the ICE abductions and doesn't know how I feel. So if you've come to my show, you've either been reading my posts on Threads. I don't know if you know what Threads is.
Of course. Yeah, it's like
And
Instagram's Twitter.
yes, and so I'm very vocal on there, and people are actually buying tickets because I'm so vocal on there. And if it wasn't for just human beings buying tickets, I would still be canceled. So you're talking to the most grateful comedian in the world.
Yeah, no, and I think, but then again, with these MAGA people, you never know. You know, Margaret Cho, did you
Yeah,
see someone threatened her because she was making a joke about Trump's shit? I
yeah.
mean, these people, it's their loyalty to him, and they wonder why we all think they're in a cult. I
I
mean,
mean,
really?
Margaret is being so funny because the way she goes for these Trumpers is
Yeah,
so scatty and vulgar that it's just over the top funny. I just love her. Also, she's an Asian woman, and she said, "I don't feel safe walking down the street." She made a video about it. She said, "I'm now a middle-aged Asian woman, and I don't feel safe walking down the street." Margaret Cho. A
yeah,
household name. Everybody knows Margaret. Don't act like everybody
they do.
doesn't know Margaret
Yeah,
Cho. And she's my good friend, and I feel for her, and I love her dearly. And I'm glad she's being outspoken, and I'm glad she's doing it in a funny way because that shit is hilarious, literally.
yeah, yeah, it is. I can't wait for your show. I know you're gonna cover everything from the world being upside down right
The
now to
Brooklyn
older
Beckham
celebrity
to
tea.
Ashley
Beckham.
Tisdale and the
Yeah.
moms fighting. I'm going to cover all of it.
Yeah, all the chaos going on in Hollywood. We
Yep.
want to hear all the behind the scenes tea.
I just saw Kris Jenner last night. So there you go.
Whoever, I still am baffled by that friendship, given I know all of your early stuff, and it's just hysteric that
I know. I
years
laugh at
later,
it too. I laugh
yeah.
at it too.
So I can't wait. I'm gonna probably pop in backstage and say hi.
Okay, good.
So I can't wait to see you. And you look great. You really do.
Take a good hard look. There it is. New face, new
I know
tour.
you're very snatched. After the fucking government tried to ruin your life, after cancer, you're still,
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
I'm still at the Count Basie. I love it.
yeah, I love it. Can't wait for this tour. New face, new tour, new
Yep,
year, new Kathy
yep,
Griffin.
yep. All right. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the show, hon.
Thank you so much, Will.
All
Thank
right.
you. I can't wait to see you.
Mwah.
Mwah. Kisses.
Bye.
Kisses.
Amazing.